Hello and welcome to Boost and Ethanol plays through Forza Horizon Part 26. Today we start off at the Ferrari Massimino.
That car isn't eligible for this event. Select another one from your garage.
And now I just haven't used it hugely. I mean, how many times have I used it now? I used it once on dirt and... Did I use it twice that episode or just once? Because there was another time where with the Jaguar E-Type, I don't know, I may have used it twice, but anyway, I fancy reusing it. It's in S-Class anyway, so, you know, it's all set up. Just fine. Starting first on the grid. Why is that then? Yeah, it seems interesting for him to not start first. Oh, I forgot how nice to drive this car was. 4 laps of this, I'm completely fine with. So nice and grippy. No, there's no faults with this car. I do have so after I've got a free upgrades now, I've decided to experiment a bit with or I've started thinking about the car I'm going to use for the finale. A car I'm thinking of potentially, I mean, it does go into R1 fairly lowly, like it's right at the bottom of R1, but yeah, I may be able to use it. Is everyone using certain colour cars now? Keen's been using blue cars recently, hasn't he? Like the Evo in the Ultra Tune or Ultimate Tune even. Ultimate Tune event was in a blue colour, wasn't it? I mean, he keeps using black cars, Darius Flint, but the sort of main rivals always do use the same colour car. So yeah, I'm kind of wondering whether they, whether they stay to an event. That was horrible braking through there. Hit the cones, look the back out slightly. Bit of a drift through there. It's incredibly easy to control. Like even for a mid-engine car like this thing, you can drift it as if it was perfectly balanced. Like seriously, this car's so nice to drive. Plus, it's the cheapest Ferrari in the game. So you know, if you're gonna go for a Ferrari, go with this one. I'd recommend it. Yeah, I don't know, just so nice to drive. What I really want to know is, can you put a can you take the Ferrari California and put the or 250 California and put the Ferrari Enzo engine in it? Because I really hope so. Put some twin turbos on the Enzo engine, put that in the 250 California, and that would be rather insane. Use that for the final car. No, I won't have the money for that. Maybe if I do lots of grinding with the street races, if I don't know, maybe there's a street race that gives 50k or something. I don't know. Oh, the event's already over. What kind of lap times did we set? Yeah, I was kind of slow there. Charlie Keane, he's had a pretty good lap time there. Yeah, rather good lap time. Anyway, what's the next event? Oh yeah, we're driving Rufs. Yeah. Rufs it is then. To the roof. Here we are now in the Ruf Mayhem event. Yes, it's pronounced Ruf because it's German. You pronounce the U as a sort of oo sound, so Ruf. Yeah, anyway, the Ruf Mayhem. Yeah, I mean, Ruf replacing Porsches in video games since, what, 1980? When did Porsche Unleashed come out? Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed. Unleashed. I can speak English, I swear. Come on, sort of. Not really. Potentially, yeah. I don't know, anyway, lots of rear-engine cars. I appeared to have gone with the odd one out, which is weird since all of them are in S-Class.
Yeah, before you flunk out. It's good for my image.
I've just realised there's a showcase event with this car. That could have saved me some money. Oh, not with this car, the RT12, I'm pretty sure it's called. I remember that from Driver San Francisco. Straight up the inside, or straight in between you two. Since this is rear-engined, and actually no, I've driven the Beetle, which is what, there are only 4 rear-engine cars in the game. But yeah, that was a fairly nice long drift there. Yeah, since this is one of the few rear-engine cars in the game, these are all going to have fairly interesting handling characteristics. As in, there's lots of weight around the back, so you know, there's going to be a lot more sort of left-right weight transfer in the rear. So you know, the rear is going to swing out a bit more. It's sort of oversteer is going to be a bit harder to correct. You can see there, like the front tyres are going to have less pressure on them under braking. So you know, and when you turn in, the front's going to be really light, and then suddenly a lot of weight probably. I mean, I'm not going to say it's all down to that, but I would say in a large portion is why this car's handling so weird. Maybe some front aero wouldn't have gone missed. Wouldn't have been missed. Sure, that sort of makes sense. Yeah, I think some front aero would have seriously smoothed out the way this car drives. Right. Seriously need to overtake these guys. Well, yeah, this... You just need careful throttle control, I think, and then... Yeah, I think you just sort of be careful, catch it before it starts spinning. Yeah, I didn't do that, okay, that was him, he didn't catch it. Definitely, that's what it was, he spun. It was like a millimetre off my front bumper, but I didn't touch him that entire time. Yes, he accelerated while spinning. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's definitely what happened. I didn't spin him, okay? Oh, got a wheel on the dirt there. Don't want to do that too much, or at least while suddenly accelerating. Actually, these bumps probably aren't the best idea with the odd weight distribution. Thing is, with the Beetle, because, well, I know it seemed to have stiffer suspension than this. Plus, I mean, since it was sort of a heavier all-around car, is it actually? It may actually be. It probably is lighter, since there's less safety in it and such, and sort of less luxuries. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see that it's lighter. Yeah, I don't know, since the Beetle had less power and such, the main problem with that was wheel spin rather than the weird weight distribution characteristics of this. Yeah, really just sort of accelerating through corners. You kick the back out and, I don't know, then the front's all light and it just feels weird. Yeah, really the last thing you want to do is accelerate through a corner. I don't think my driving's particularly good though, but yeah, this is sort of noticeable. Oh, a bit of a FPS drop there. And it probably was barely noticeable, but like the car in front did jump a bit. Right. Come on, gotta catch up with Flint. Luckily there's plenty more laps to go. Right. Through here. He says driving off the edge of the edge of the track. Oh, careful. No sudden throttle changes, and there should be no major weight transfers. That's the thing, you've just got to minimise weight transfer on this. fairly early. Like, if you can keep it all balanced, I'd imagine if you're running traction control, you probably wouldn't have too many issues, but I'm not. Ooh, that was quite a nice dive up the inside there. It just went straight through. Yeah, I'd imagine with traction control this would be a lot easier. And now I guess sort of you point the car when you want to go and it'll just go there. Probably electronic stability control helps more though. Really doesn't have any issues braking. I can't push down the... like, it takes a lot longer to get the lock up. Like, it doesn't just instantly lock up. Like, fairly far on the pedal, on the trigger, not the pedal. There is no pedal to speak of. Yeah, straight through there. That corner's basically a straight line. You just need to keep it all balanced, which I didn't do. Amazingly. Somehow we're stalling first though, probably because the AI is on such a low difficulty. Actually, we're out accelerating everything, which is weird since this basically has every handling part on it except for race weight reduction. Like this has tyres, I mean, and it doesn't have front air. Nope. Get back behind me. That was apparently an ultimate pass. I really want to know what dictates the type of pass you get. Right, there we go. That was quite a nice sort of drift through there, and some major popping. Well, over a second quicker than Darius Flint, but there was a guy in a oh, that's the RGT8. What's I think of the RGT12 then? Is that the is that the one with the stripes on the bonnet? That maybe, yeah. How did you get that then? Because it certainly wasn't in the dealership, the auto show. Yeah, no, anyway, next event now, I don't know, something Audi. Bondurant Enduro, whether it's actually going to be an endurance race, I'm not sure. Mixed surface, circuit race, 5 laps. We've already done this circuit, and the car I built up for it is an Audi. I don't know, just sort of, I needed an S-Class Audi later, and I needed an all-wheel drive car, so, you know, Audi all-wheel drive, both of them were in S-Class, so, I mean, it's sort of logical to do a 2-in-1 anyway. Yeah, and I may use another Audi later on in the episode, depending on how I want to pace this. No, I probably will.
You come in safe, 5th, 6th, and there's a free case of Jerry's Flint cologne in it for you. Yeah, thank me later.
Okay, so Darius Flint is driving an Audi as well. And to all those people that say he's not driving an Audi, yes, that's an Audi basically. I'm sure it isn't as Audi as a Lamborghini Gallardo, but it is still sort of Audi. I mean, Lamborghini's owned by Audi Volkswagen, so, you know, like all the 4-wheel drive system is probably relates back to the Quattro system in some way. I mean, the engine's new, so I know Audi probably helped in that in some way. I mean, since Lamborghini have only ever really built new engines for some of their smaller cars, like the Yalpa and the 37 popularity and the Gallardo. Actually, Gallardo came about because of partnership with no, because the R8 came a lot later, but yeah, the Audi R8 uses a Gallardo engine. So actually thinking about it now, I'm driving a Lamborghini. Hey, that sounds a lot better actually. You know what? Never mind. I'm driving a Lamborghini. This car is closely based on a Lamborghini. Yeah, we'll go with that since that sounds a lot better. Yeah, actually, once I started thinking about sort of the oh well, logic does occasionally happen. Anyway, this car has loads of grip on the dirt. Yeah, I feel like dirt isn't really dirt; it's just sort of oversteer. It just sort of makes the car slightly more oversteering, and I mean, sure, it does somewhat take away traction, but I don't think enough to really make it annoying. I feel like if they put it on that dirt, that like you get on the side of roads, I feel like it'd be a lot worse than so the dirt trails they give you, because like stuff on the side of roads, it's really bumpy and can actually seriously mess up the lines and stuff. So I feel like if they just put on a lot more random bumps or whatever, that would be, I don't know, just a better idea. Darius Flint is blasting past me. Brake up the inside. Reckon I can make that corner below a straight line. Possibly. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Perhaps if I aim it right, maybe go in between that, or underneath that power. Well, not really power pole. Pylon. Yeah. Pylon's the electricity pylon. Okay, my Lamborghini friend has overtaken me, and here's another Lamborghini friend, because we're all in Lamborghinis. That's all IDs are now Lamborghinis. That's the new rule I'm making. I don't care what it is, even if it was before Audi bought Lamborghini. I don't know. I imagine this as being funny, but it probably isn't. It probably just everyone's cringing, and there's probably a reason I don't do humour. That sort of dampened my mood a bit. Oh well. Nobody likes Oakley. I didn't even know what they made until recently. Don't they make glasses or something? I think. Do they? Oh, right. That was a bit early for braking. Well, got us around the corner at least, and there's still a sizable gap. I'm kind of curious now. Can you go through the pylon on the left here? I think if you aim it right, because it does seem weird to not be able to drive through it, but oh wait, no, that looks way too narrow looking at it now. Yeah, for some reason when I thought about it, it looked a lot bigger. I don't know. Right, get in the right gear. I think up until it's kind of weird now. In these games, like up until Forza Horizon 3, I've never really thought about having to probably get in the right gear, but in Forza Horizon 3 I really had to think about rev matching and stuff. Like there was a moment where I was side by side with a Corvette going down the final straight towards the finish line. There were a couple of high-speed corners that you only had to shut off a tiny bit of speed, but it was enough to require a down change, at least in my uber short gear ratio cars. So, I mean, like, I'm going side by side with it. I mean, I've got a lot less horsepower, and, it just really made me thought about the fact that you need to down change and sort of get in the right gear, rev match. I don't know, because either I don't have the difficulty high enough, which is totally a probability. I mean, I'm running on medium difficulty. Maybe able to go up if I have a good car like this. I think the longer the races go, the easier it gets, if anything. I don't know, like race length, it's probably like a inverted U sort of line graph, I guess. Is that what they're called? Where there's like a certain distance where it becomes easier to start from last place and catch up to first. That was an amazing roll, by the way. Yeah, where there's sort of like a point where it's easiest to start from last and get to first on like the hardest difficulty. Before the actual distance of the race means that you start making mistakes and it just gets boring and stuff, and you stop thinking. I don't know. I wonder if it's even an inverted U, because, well, for me it probably is, because I probably eventually crash like I did there. And now I'm just with another Lamborghini. Actually, I should have just driven like this the entire race and just said I'm in a Lamborghini Gallardo. That would have been a good idea. Oh, didn't want to go back to that view. Oh, just blew up the engine. This car really makes lots of tyre marks on the outside tyres. Like, it's got a differential. Yeah, it's got a differential, but no, for some reason, at least I think I did. Did I? I mean, even now I don't see why this would have an open diff. Particularly, 36th most popular. Surprised I haven't unlocked a, well, 35th I may get a new showcase event, 25th maybe. Actually, how many have I unlocked? Because there's 10? Is it 10 or 9? I know it's a rank there anyway. Yeah, it's either 9 or 10. And, yeah, that's why you break early. But yeah, what was I saying? Something about showcases. Yeah, I don't know. What was I saying about showcases? Something about how many there are. But I can't remember why I was thinking about that. I remember to change up gears now. Yeah. Yeah, I really don't know. Why am I saying that's a wall. That's a guardrail. Guardrails are the good things. Walls are also the good things, because they both stop me from, you know, flying off into oblivion or into a lake or a pond or anything else actually that would damage my car. Anyway, there we go. Let's look at laptop. Wow. Yeah, I think I had the fastest car there by quite a bit. Anyway, yeah, this episode's starting to get on a bit, and there isn't even that much driving in it, so, well, I'm probably gonna... No, well, we're gonna do one more race. Do you want to stay in it? No. Last event, European all-wheel drive car, I believe. See you there. Alright, so it turns out the event's Audi Elite, not, don't know, something to do with the European all-wheel driver car. All-wheel driver cars? Yes. ABC, ABC, B, SAB, SAB? No, I need 2 A-class cars then I can make it sub. Yeah, we're gonna use the TT again. And now I probably have already made up all the money I've spent on it. Actually, yeah, in just that first race, since I'm now only just need to pay back the for the actual cost of the car, it's going to be a lot easier making my money back on things. Fortunately, there are quite a few moments in this game though where I wish I've done my showcase event. I was just thinking about it on the way up to this event, where like there are so many opportunities for me to have just done a showcase event and gone a car. I know I did it with the Quattro, but I am going to go over that event. What is this? Oh, nice helmet. He pops through. Oh, he wears a helmet during races, does he? Yeah, his head's really putting through. Oh, also he wears driving gloves. Alright. And takes off his watch. Oh. So stop looking at the driver's arms. And they've stalled it. Amazing. Yeah, okay, did he have his wristband on? I don't know, people in the comments, or, well, maybe me when I just look, actually. Really, I don't know, you can write in the comments if he was wearing his, golden wristband, I don't know. If it makes you feel happy, I don't know. People in the comments are weird. Like, they type in first thinking that amounts to something, or whatever, I don't know. Just, seriously, if you type in first in comments, I just don't know what to think. Kind of stupid, really. Right. We're doing alright. I mean, our ID got lighter because we had to cut a hole in the roof to accommodate for our helmet. I mean, we just lost a bit of weight. I'm curious as to how he gets in and out, though, I know that helmet's in a pretty tight fit there, like they perfectly cut out that hole. Alright, we don't have long to go. Right. Just need to get this guy now. On the final corner, I should get him now. Right up to there. I was expecting him to go a little faster. Horizon outpost. There. Yeah, well, yeah, I know that. I've already done it. I may redo some of the earlier outposts that I've recorded already. Just redo them in a more efficient style. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Until next video, goodbye.